Once upon a time, I saw a beautiful girl, or shall I say young woman, and I almost called her a dime, but she's worth much more. And I know I wasn't talking currency, but currently this woman represents all women. She is black excellence. She is black power. She is a beautiful woman. She is. Now I asked her, lady, why she never wears her crown. As I see by her side, it's always sitting down, and she looks at me, gives such a strong frown, and says, society won't let me wear it. So this story, I asked her to share it if she's so.
Closure and exposure, though it can get scary, I'm living life a revolutionary. Though it's crucial, there be evolution, the only solution. Growing moments, conquering my opponents, I see through like a wind. Though I'm living in the well of sin, they want me quiet, I won't hold it in. Pure beginnings is where I begin. Many men don't understand the life that they live in, conditions they can't stand, but refuse to take a stand. They apprehend it, but won't apprehend, or comprehend the life to seize that life.
Aren't you glad that you aren't under a strawberry because of 50 shots from a banana clip, or in jail with a pair of citrus-colored overalls on? Overall, taken aback as for her skin tone to be apricot with a hint of vanilla extract. I wonder if she knows about Fruitvale Station. I would only expect her to know about scars from papaya or something. Like my high yellow melon and peach fuzz make me less susceptible to be stopped by the authorities or text back. I guess that all goes into the gutter when I'm surrounded by others whose skin tone description is jet black. See, black by definition is the color of coal, of ebony, of outer space. The darkest color that is the result of the lack of the complete absorption of light. Light. See the hair.
Slavery, well, let's break it down. Mental. This is your mind in slavery. It's when, it's obviously a form of oppression, but it's your mindset. It's saying you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't be equal, you're lesser. And obviously we can't have that because I think we can all agree that we all were created equal, right? Okay, so there's no one that should have the power to restrict your thinking. We all were born free people. We have our own minds and we have our own thoughts. Don't ever let anybody tell you what to think, how to act. Be you and do you.
So basically, like learning new experiences, you kind of cutting yourself off from learning new things. Like for instance, like growing up in the streets of DC, I ain't know nothing. I just knew how to hustle and get out there and survive. But like, if I didn't take that opportunity to come.
When you constantly hearing that you have to be a certain way, to the point where even you believe it, like you physically, like in your mind, can't conceive of being more than what the other people told you to be.
Source that has more control over your mind than you do. Like, think of the people that's in the ghettos, in the hoods, right? In these small towns, and they grow up in these small towns, and all they know is this area. They stay there all their lives, and they don't know that there's anything further because their mind hasn't reached to that point. Mental slavery is stagnant. It's stuck into one specific place, like prisons. Or men and women in prisons, they can't go anywhere. That's physical and mental slavery.
Body. So once your mind is gone, it's not even about breaking down the body or physically breaking someone down, because the mind controls everything. So if you break me down mentally, you can tell me anything and I believe whatever you tell me. So you can say, go out and work, and I'll be like, okay, that's what I have to do. You don't even have to break me down physically. It's a mental thing.
That's who we are, and that's like, we should be proud of that. Like, you know, pro-black literally means nothing more than being proud of the color of your skin, which is black. And you know, growing up in a country that tells you that the darker you are, the worse off you are, you know, it gives you a new state of mind when you just become proud of that, which is.
I also think you gotta take a step further and be pro-black in thought. You know, don't just follow the hype. Don't just conform to anybody else's reality or anybody else's what they think might be true. Because I feel like pro-black is meaning like you love for your people enough to where you want to give them the truth. I know a lot of people, when they get conscious, they want to turn their back on thugs or the hoes or the whoever. And I feel like it's more than that. I feel like to be pro-black, instead of turning your back, you gotta remember where you came from, or you gotta remember like just that level of conscience that they were at, that you were at, or that they are at, and help them and give them that truth. You feel me? Because you gotta respect the spirit of somebody who doesn't want to give in and say, you know what, I'd rather hustle than live in poverty or things like that.
By, you know, our ancestors, like that one brother said, it is what we're doing right now. This is pro-black, where
and talking to everybody on campus, trying to uplift the consciousness level. So I just want to applaud all of you young people out here today. Like my brother said, he just took the words out of my mouth, was that the ancestors are really working overtime to reach us, because I just want to introduce this idea to you all that, you know, we've been conditioned to think about God or God or whatever you call your higher entity, your divinity, whatever like that. But I want y'all to start thinking in the terms of separating the two, in the sense of we as a people, we might be dealing with things that, of course, I'm going to just use my quotation marks. God might be, you know, God is existing, all that kind of stuff. But we are at a position in time where we really need our ancestors. Yeah. And our ancestors, because they are part of our bloodline.
Tanya talking about doing this. This is the spirit of the ancestors. Ain't nobody instruct y'all. Y'all ain't getting no formal organizational papers. Y'all said we're gonna do this. We're gonna have consciousness, and you came out. And I'm saying this, that don't take this lightly. This is very spiritual. This is very in line with the ancestors. This is not something that you showed up. You might not even say, what the ancestors? Oh, let me get out of here. I gotta, you know, this is, you came here for a divine purpose. Out of the over 10,000 students that's here, you showed up. Some called you here.
You know, in college, your classmates and your colleagues, you know, that's important. Because without our colleagues, we don't feel comfortable. We don't feel relaxed throughout our college career. And like, without our classmates, we aren't. The people makes the university. So this is a great cause, and thank you a lot for starting this and inviting me, man.